So, hi everyone. My name is Piechnick, and I'm the co-founder and head of product design of Wandelbots. And today we talk about robots. Well, as you know, robots are an important task of every production line today. And, for example, for automotive, electronic, food, or whatever. And the modern production as you know it today would not be possible without robots. So, but why is it that we only see robots in high volume and low mix productions and not in smaller and medium-sized companies? Here's my question to you. Who of you in this room is able to program this robot? Anyone? No, it's fun. Yeah, because statistically speaking, this guy in a full football stadium is the person who is able to program a robot. And as you can see, there is a huge shortage on programmers. And today, robots are programmed manually by specialized experts. And even worse, every manufacturer provides its own proprietary programming language and technological stack, which means for a special robot, you have a specialized expert. And as you know, robotics is a huge market, and it's growing. So, and although there are a limited number of programmers, those guys are really, really chosen. And as a consequence, programming robots is really expensive. So approximately 2/3 of the overall cost for a robot is for the software. So for this part that makes the robot do something useful. 25% is for hardware and acquisition cost, but when the robot needs to do something new, it has to be reprogrammed. Well, and if we look forward to Industry 4.0 or lot size 1 or small production cycles, then you have to consider this as a recurring cost. But why is it that we have today to sit down and program a robot manually? Because there are new technologies. There are, for example, sensitive robots, which you can drag around, teach them new tasks by example. But for an automation process, what you really need to have, there are certain parameters. You have to involve sensors, you have to integrate the robot in a PLC, and there's also programming logic involved. And this is all not possible today with hand guiding. So, what we do as Wandelbots is democratizing the programming of robots, which means we provide technology that enables everyone, regardless of their technical background, of their education, or of their cultural background, to program a robot, and to program any robot, and that's the same way. So, based on our benchmark we have with our customers, we can claim that our technology is 20 times faster than the manual programming, and the cost for the ownership of a robot gets decreased by a factor of 10. And to show you that it's for real, or to demonstrate you this, I brought a video. And in the video, you can see a machine tending application from semiconductors. And the guy who's teaching the robot wears a smart jacket, and there are sensors and actuators integrated. So it's capturing the movement of the person in real time and transfer to the robot. So the first step is that you remotely control the robot. But the central idea behind is that you show the robot the task multiple times, and our software learns what the robot has to do. And even then, when the cassette, for example, is shifted and not in the right position, the software recognizes it and can adapt its movements to the new situation. So it grabbed the box and put it there where it has to be. At the end, we have not a static process. We provide a fully adaptive automation process. So at a glance, based on a body movement and examples, our software captures all the data, and based on the data, we create something that we call skill. So the skill is a model representing the ability of a robot to do a certain task. And in the second step, you can fine-tune and adjust the skill to specific parameters. For example, for more precision. And if the application is good enough, we generate code. And there comes a cool thing, because with this code, we can deploy to any robot platform. As a consequence, when you teach a KUKA robot, for example, you can transfer the task to a universal robot, an ABB robot, or whatever. And to show you or highlight it, that it's really for everyone, I brought another video. And here you can see a 14-year-old schoolgirl doing her internship in our company. Well, and her job was to teach the robot, different robots, different tasks, to collect data for our machine learning backend. Well, this was after half an hour of introduction, and we were standing there, fascinated, watching her using our technology, and well, we enabled her to teach a real industrial robot. And it's really for everyone. It's for those who know the task, who understand the task, but are not necessarily programmers. How do we charge for our software? Well, we provide a pay-as-you-go model, which means you can teach a robot whatever you want, you can put it in your production line, and you start paying when the robot starts working. And we charge per work hour €2.80. Maybe if you want to see a live demo, you come and visit us. Our headquarters is here in Dresden, in Germany, 2 hours away from Berlin, in the beautiful city Dresden. We also opened up an office in China. It's in South China, it's near Guangzhou, and has also partners in Japan and Singapore, and are currently expanding to South Korea. Our company was founded by 6 founders, and we all met during our PhDs back in the university days. And although we all have the same background, we studied computer science, we complement each other very well. And I can tell you, these are the coolest guys you can start a business with. Maybe you're interested in our customers. Well, it's the typical automation area. There are automotive, electronics, semiconductors. And when we start working with our company, we have big corporations, like, for example, Volkswagen, to work with. But what our technology really provides is access to the robot software. And this is a good thing for small and medium-sized companies. And that's why we are focusing on now to work with the smaller, medium-sized enterprises. But we are also partnering with manufacturers for robots, for example, KUKA, or with integrators like Han Robshare, and with tool providers. Maybe some facts about our company. So we are a startup and started working on the 1st of January last year with 3 full-time jobs. And today we are not 40, we are 42 employees. And you can see this nice building. It's Dresden. It's a beautiful city. In total, we raised 7 million euros and closed our Series A round in the last December. So involved are equity ventures and power ventures. And yes, we opened up our office in China. So, one cool thing at the end. You have seen the jacket in the video. With the jacket, we teach the robot, or taught the robot. And we also develop or provide other, as we call it, front-end devices to program the robot. For example, a 6-axis mouse, it's called a space mouse. But what we want to release later this year will change the market for process application. It's called TracePen, and it's a handheld device that is tracked in space in sub-millimeters precision. It has also a force sensor in the tip, and you can use it like a normal tool. For example, if you paint something, you have a painting gun, and the software learns what you do, and it will completely integrate or provide an automation process. So stay tuned and have fun.